Assalamualaikum and a very good day for my examiner. My name is Muhammad Nur Shahid bin Muhammad Rodaidi, 63348. The title of my final year project is Smart Energy Management System for Residential. For the presentation today, let me go to the introduction first. As we know, the energy consumption in Malaysia is increased by the year, especially in residential area. This can be proved by refer to the below graph. The energy consumption is increasing from 2000 until 2018. In 2020, one of the factors that increased the electricity consumption is movement control order, where the people need to work and study at home. In addition, increase in the number of household appliances also caused the overusage of electricity and high bill payment. Next, let's continue to the problem statement. There are several problem statements in my final year project. Firstly, Malaysian energy consumption is increasing by the year, especially in residential area. Then, careless and lack awareness of user to switch off the home appliance. Next, old meter just give the reading of overall energy consumption. And lastly, list of knowledge and human mistake when calculate the bill. There are three objectives in my final year project. Firstly, design a device that can monitor the parameter of electrical appliances around the household with and without Wi-Fi. Second, develop a device that can notify the user with the alarm system if the usage of energy is over the limit. Next, develop a device that can limit the consumption of electricity automatically. Then, let's continue to the literature review. In the literature review part, it consists of research gap. The research gap is to compare the previous device and my device that I have made. As we see, my device is made from a plug type. Next, my device can measure voltage, current, power, and power factor. In wireless integration, my device is Wi-Fi for the wireless control. My device use an automatically switch. Next, for the acquisition, my device use mobile app and OLED display. In addition, my device also can calculate the bill. Lastly, my device use Fuse and ESP32 as their protection. Next, let's continue to the methodology. For the block diagram of the hardware, it consists of three sections. Section 1 is about the source. The source that comes from the switch is to turn on the device, and the source that comes from the main switchboard is to turn on the home appliance. For section 2, is about evolution. ESP32 will act as microcontroller, and PZAM0040 is used to measure the parameter of home appliance. Then for the section 3 is about output. The output will display in OLED and mobile apps. In addition, the alarm system will turn on when the energy consumption is over the limit. Next, let's continue to the flow chart of the device. The system starts with declaring the variable and connect to Wi-Fi. If the device cannot connect to the Wi-Fi, it will declare the variable back. If the device is connected to the Wi-Fi, it will display the status and read the input from the PZAM. Then, the device will calculate the current, voltage, power, and power factor. Next, if the energy used is over the limit, the alarm system will turn on. At the same time, the device will measure the bill. Then, the automatic system will turn on to save energy use. If the energy use below the limit, the device continues to calculate the bill. Lastly, the output will display in mobile apps and OLED display. Next, the total cost to create my device is 104 ringgit and 40 cents. Next, let's continue to the result and the discussion. Before we see the result of the device, let me see the device first. Basically, the device needs to connect to the main switchboard to measure the energy used by the residential. But to perform it, it needs the certificate wireman or chargeman to guide. To overcome this problem, the extension plug will replace the main switchboard. Next, let's continue to the external of the device. It consists of OLED display, reset button, alarm system, and automatic switch. OLED display is used to display the output. Reset button is used as a manual reset button to reset the value of energy after 1 month. Alarm system will act as notification, and automatic switch is used to save the energy consumption. For the internal of the device, it consists of PZAM0040, ESP32, and capacitor. PZAM0040 is used to measure the parameter of electricity. ESP32 will act as microcontroller where it controls all the components in the device. Lastly, the capacitor is used to suppressing high frequency noise in the power supply signal. This is the apps that I create by using Android Studio. These apps will display the parameter rating by PZAM0040, and this app also consists of alarm notification to notify the user whether the energy use is over the limit or not over the limit. Next, let's continue to the type of load that measured by Smart Energy Management System for residential device. The load is single door refrigerator, stand fan with 65 watt, and the multiple color LED. Next, let's continue how to get the result. For your information, the data is recorded 8 hours per day in a week. The data is not recorded in 24 hours because the device will be overheating. The data recorded is including the device with and without energy management. Before we measure the energy consumption of the total load, let me compare the measurement of the energy consumption one by one of the load between Smart Energy Management System for residential device and the clam meter. Firstly is single door refrigerator. The average percentage difference of current is 3.08%. As we see at the table, the value of the current sometimes can drop until 0 ampere. This is caused by the motor and compressor of the refrigerator. In addition, the power factor of the refrigerator also becomes 0 when the current is 0. A low power factor indicates the load current is greater than necessary, resulting in higher line loads. Next, for the average percentage difference of the voltage is 1.345%. Second is the stand fan with 60 watt rate. The average percentage difference of current of stand fan between clam meter and the Smart Energy Management System for residential device is 3.18%. The difference between the clam meter and the device is very small, which is below than 5%. Then for the average percentage different voltage is 0.234%. The average value of the power factor is 0.99, which means the stand fan is in good condition because the power factor is nearest to the one. Third is the multiple color LED. The average percentage difference current of multiple color LED between clam meter and the device is 0%. The difference between the clam meter and the device is 0 because the power factor is 1. This means the appliance is in good condition because the voltage and the current are in the phase and have a low harmonic content. Next, for the average percentage difference of voltage is 0.142%. Next, we will continue to the result where the Smart Energy Management System for residential device measure the total load with and without energy management in 1 week. As we see the result of electricity consumption by the load without energy management, the highest energy use is at day 1, which is 0.68 kilowatt hour. The higher the energy consumption, the higher the bill. The energy use is not same every day because the voltage supply is not the same according to the SESCO voltage supply from distribution. For low voltage single phase distribution, the voltage supply is 240 volt plus 5% and minus 10%. Next is the result of the total load with energy management in 1 week. The higher energy use is at day 4, which is 0.495 kilowatt hour. In this case, when the energy use is over than 0.31 kilowatt hour, automatic switch 1 will turn on first. Then, when energy is over than 0.41 kilowatt hour, automatic switch 2 will turn on. Let's continue with the comparison of energy and cost with and without energy management. As we can see, when the smart home energy management system for residential is equipped with energy management, it can save the cost and energy use up to 36%. Okay, next, let's continue with the alarm system and the automatic switch.
As we see at the device, the alarm system is turned on. The buzzer is replaced with LED to show that the alarm is functioning. In this case, we said when the energy use is over 0.31 kilowatt, the alarm system is turned on and the automatic switch 1 will turn on. One of the relay is turned off to show that the automatic switch is worked when the energy use is over than the limit.
Lastly, let me continue to the conclusion. For the limitation of the device, firstly, the limitation of the device is Wi-Fi. This device needs Wi-Fi to update the parameter rating by PRISM 0040 to the Firebase. Besides, to reset the data, this device just use a manual button, not in automatically. Next, the tariff of the bill is the only setup for the Sarawak state. Then, the alarm system does not have a manual button to turn off it. The alarm system stops by using the coding inside the device. Lastly, the protection system just employ the most basic method, which is ESP32 and the fuse. To overcome the limitation, there are several recommendations. For the Wi-Fi, the device needs to modify the code to separate the Wi-Fi from reading the parameter. Next, the apps needs to be improved where the device needs a manual switch inside the apps to control every component. Next, the device will improve by adding a manual switch for the alarm system. So, the user can turn off the alarm without waiting for the alarm off automatically. Next is the device needs to install at the main switchboard to get the actual reading energy used by residential. Lastly is the protection system. The device needs to build with a specific box where the PRISM 0040 and the ESP32 are separating. This is because of the current flow at the PRISM 0040 during the reading of the parameter. This is to prevent the shock from occurring. To summarize this project, my device has achieved all the objectives of my final year project. So this is a several reference that I used during finishing my final year project. That's all from me. Thank you.